Lest we forget, they want us to forget, we will never forget. And in honor of the final day of Women's History Month, maybe the last one we will ever have that is officially on the document, I am here to celebrate. I am here to say we will not forget. And I'm also here to share some of my personal relationships with women who have given me the energy, given me the vision, given me the wherewithal to keep this movement going because they've had to stay in movements that I probably would never understand, or maybe one day I will. But tonight's this video is just simply to celebrate the women of my time in my life that made me know that anything is possible. And I'm going to start off simply with Susan L. Taylor. Susan Taylor is the reason why I was able to have such an amazing career at Essence. Many of you know I've talked about it. I have been true to this community for decades, and we'll get more into that um, a little later. But Susan Taylor is the former editor in chief of Essence. She was the first African American woman to lead a national publication where she transformed the magazine into an empowering platform simply to honor Black women and tell our stories. I could not say thank you enough to her for her vision, because if it wasn't for literally her vision, I don't believe the brand would have grown to the magnitude that it grew to, nor would I've had it to ever wanted to work for a company and an organization such as that. Little fun fact, I never selected jobs based on companies. It was always based on people. And when the couple of times that I did something just for a check, I left immediately. And so I just want to honor her first and foremost. You'll see me and her in the on the screen right now in the center, because it's because of her, and of course family who let me do what I wanted to do, including my mom and my aunts. And so I just wanted to start off with Susan Taylor, then we're going to go into Iyanla Van Zant. Listen, for those of you that don't know, there was a time when Iyanla was homeless and a single mother, a young mom, who eventually became a world renowned spiritual leader, author, and host of many television shows. Most of us know her from Iyanla Fix My Life. And she is someone that, if you're looking to dig deep and understand how traumas could have and still do play a fact in your life, look no further than her. I've been blessed to be around this woman since my 20s. And when she was first getting her footing, right? And life is forever changed. Also, Oprah Winfrey. Come on, y'all. Lest we forget. The reason why I became a journalism communications major had a lot to do with this full figured brown skinned woman in Chicago who had her own talk show, number one rated talk show. And so I cannot, cannot even talk about the Iyanlas and or the Susan Taylors of the world had it not been for Oprah. Child, I thought I was going to be an attorney. I thought I was going to be the female version of Thurgood Marshall. And Oprah opened my eyes to a world of different possibilities. Again, she had a 25 year long, highly rated television show on a major network. She became the first Black woman billionaire in America and completely changed our media landscape. Lest we forget, y'all. They want us to forget. They want us to forget. And I also felt so compelled to do this because of the attacks on our museums. And that's not what this video is about. We'll talk about that at a later time. But we're not going to forget. We're too dope. We're too amazing. We are too brilliant of a people to ever forget. So rather they take Black History Month and say we can't celebrate whatever, rather they take Women's History Month and say they don't acknowledge it, whatever. We will not forget, y'all. That leads me to Kathy Hughes. Kathy Hughes became the first Black woman to own a radio station in Washington, D.C. She went on to found Radio One, now known as Urban One, which reaches millions upon millions across the United States and is still a very strong and thriving business today. But she was like truly the queen of radio for decades and was one of the, first Black owners, but definitely the first Black woman owner of a radio station. Then my sister girl, my fellow alum, Howard University, Bison, HU, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, as we all know, made history as the first woman vice president, the first Black vice president of the United States, and then the first um, South Asian vice president as well. We're going to honor both sides. Listen, say what you want. This woman went to Howard. She is Black enough for me. So I just have to take the time to honor her and her commitment to go toe to toe with what she had to go toe to toe with and come out with such grace and such class. Another Bison sister, Taraji P. Henson. Many of us know her from the role Empire, which made her an international sensation, right? But she became the first African American woman to win a she became the first African American woman to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a television drama series for her role as Cookie Lyon. And so she has been trailblazing in the world of mental health as it relates to Black Americans. And again, someone who I admire because you can tell a lot of what fuels her is her love for her people. Debbie Allen, another Bison sister, who is a multi talented force in the industry, right? In the entertainment industry. And she's a highly respected choreographer, director, producer, and was such a key force in bringing diversity to the entertainment world. One of the reasons that so many people decided to revisit HBCUs was because of her involvement with A Different World and her director talents and just understanding what that experience was like and bringing it to screen. So we thank you. Susan DePass, another groundbreaker, excuse me. If y'all can't tell, the reason I'm off camera right now is because my allergies are still allergying. And with the puffy face and the runny nose, um, I still wanted to get this in, but definitely ignore my nasally sound and my congestion. But back to the subject at hand. Susan DePass became the first African American woman to run a major production company, Motown Productions, and played a critical role in creating the Jackson 5 TV show. And so, once again, just wanted to pay honor and make sure we tell these stories. I have so many learnings from these women who I've met throughout the years, had anything from long to short conversations with, but was poured into. And again, the reason why I truly have no desire to do anything other than help to empower us as a people. And so, moving on, excuse me, Tasha Smith. Tasha Smith is a well known actress and director. We all loved her in Why Did I Get Married, right? She was such a comedic relief, but such a great talent, such a believable character. But she's always been a pioneer of women behind the camera, y'all. She's about more than just being the the actor or the face in front of the camera. She wants to control, and she wants to encourage more of us to control the narratives, to be able to tell our stories in a powerful, non fluffy, and organic way. So I just really, really love her. Also, Fantasia Barrino. Fantasia Barrino, as we know, she came to fame by becoming an American Idol winner, right? She definitely has had some challenges since that time. But the thing I love about Fantasia, she gets knocked down and she gets back up. She falls off the bike, she gets back up, and she tells her story. Her talent, absolutely, is subpar to none. But again, just her authentic attitude and demeanor, absolutely love her. Sierra was the first African American woman to land a global endorsement deal, y'all. Sierra's a baby, compared to how long Black women entertainers have been around. But to be the first Black woman to land a global endorsement deal, the company was with Reebok. That just says a lot. And we all love the fact that she is a God fearing, praying woman and is not ashamed to talk about it, right? And she also credits God for the reason why she is in a happy relationship with a beautiful family. And so, for those of you that don't know, I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. Here on this channel, we typically talk all things wellness, travel, and money. But again, I could not let March 31st come to a close without honoring these women who have literally given me the the chutzpah, right, to keep loving on our community, loving on women who often are set aside. And so, while my channel is for men and women, today it's all about the is Brandy. Brandy is a darling. When I tell you, one day I will do again some stories, some personal stories, but she is a trailblazer as well, y'all. These are points that we need to write down, we need to remember, we need to share with our younger generation. But many of us probably remember that Brandy was the first African American woman to star in a Cinderella role as a Disney character. Well, excuse me. She was the first African American woman to star as Cinderella in a Disney production. And her voice, once again, let's just call her the voice, right? She's another one, right? Her and Fantasia, good Lord. And Mary J. Blige, man. Mary J. Blige is often lauded as one of the most influential R&B singers ever. We all, well, let me speak for myself. What's the 411, child? Was the soundtrack to my early years of just being, you know, partying, in love, all that good stuff. And so um, she became the first artist to ever receive both an Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe for a song she wrote and performed for the amazing movie Mudbound. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. And the song was called Mighty River. Maxine Waters, child. Mm, mm, mm. So much to say about Auntie Maxine, but she became one of the most powerful and outspoken women in politics, in US politics. She is known for the saying, reclaiming my time. I am reclaiming my time. And many of us have taken that and implemented those words when necessary. And thank you, Miss Waters. We love you. Ruby D. Oh my gosh. Such a beautiful soul, such a beautiful activist, such a lover of her people. Miss Ruby D was one of the first Black women to win an Emmy Award and was nominated for an Academy Award for her role in American Gangster. And a lot of us remember that movie with Denzel, where she played his mother. But she was also a tireless activist for civil rights, along with her husband, Mr. Ossie Davis. But she was a force and someone to be lauded on her own. Then Miss Alfre Woodard, one of the most accomplished Black actresses of her generation. She's earned 4 Emmys, primetime Emmys, um, and the title of the most nominated African American actress in the history of the award show. Shout out to Miss Alfre Woodard, who, again, if she supports her the young actresses, I should say, so much in Hollywood. And she does it so quietly and so silently. But she's like the godmother, one of the godmothers for Black actresses in Hollywood. And just such a special, special person. Keke Palmer, my little niecey Pooh. I love her, love her. I love her mother as well. But she became the youngest person to host a talk show. Miss Kelly Rowland. So many pictures here. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out who to go with next. We're not going to be here all night. We're going to do a few more, and then I may have to do a part two. But Kelly Rowland, I love her. Love her, love her, love her. One of the most pure, that's the only word I can say, just a pure person. Just a pure person who loves people and truly, truly loves us, y'all. Loves, loves, loves Black women. Loves, loves, loves Black people. I love, love, love her husband, who's also another pure soul. Absolutely amazing. And we all know that she is one of the founding members of Destiny's Child, but she has so many talents and accolades in her own right, but just someone who always poured into me anytime I was in her presence, like just always so complimentary and oh gosh, just such. Also see Corto Momolo. I hope I'm saying that right, but she was I believe the second Black woman to be on Project Runway, but she made it the furthest, first, right? So I think it was season 2. Um, I'm sorry, season 5 that she reached the finals and placed second. And we all, for those of us who paid attention to the show, loved her designs, her talent. She came back later and, still did the thing. And many of us think was treated unfairly, but it is what it is. Listen, it's the fashion industry and they are not the kindest to, uh, yeah. Anyway, next up, let's talk about the uncomparable Whoopi Goldberg. Child, Whoopi has seen some things, done some things, been some places, and through it all, um, she's a force. She's a force. She is also the first Black woman to win an EGOT, which simply means, the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony Award. And still is so humble, just very humble. And I, again, can only appreciate the trials and tribulations that she had to get through to make it to where she is today. And so I thank her. And then finally, we'll quickly talk about Holly Robinson Pete, who is another sister, friend type of person. Oh, and the reason why I'm highlighting these women first, there's many more that I could, but these are women that there's some people that you talk to. I'm a direct eye contact person, and there's some people that you can speak with that will look everywhere except in your eyes. Each and every one of these women that I say, let's honor, let's tell stories, let's share their art, is because I can tell through simple conversations that they were really walking the walk and talking the talk, as they really rooted for other Black women. Rather, they were actresses on the business side, dealing in a world full of men who may not have given the same type of respect. There was always a gem that was dropped, a secret that was shared to make us better women in whatever industry we found ourselves in. And so Holly Robinson Pete is one of those women. Um, she is definitely known for, you know, her acting, her longevity in the world of acting, but most importantly to me is when she shared having a son with autism and bringing awareness to some of the challenges that happen along the way, right? And how parents can better deal. Um, yeah, and so oh, and also her Parkinson's disease foundation, which is called, oh shoot, Holly Rod, I believe. Holly Rod, yes, Holly Rod. And so again, calling out health concerns that affect us but often are not discussed will always hold dear to my heart. And so during this last day of Women's History Month, this this video was mandatory, it was necessary. And again, who knows, it may be a thing of the past come 2026, but there was no way that I was once again going to let this month come to an end without sharing these women who I think are so amazing. And of course, we'll close out with my mom, who, again, let her only girl just fly the way she wanted to fly, even though sometimes the heights were, may have scared her that I was soaring, or the direction that I turned, she may have thought I should have made a left when I made a right. She let her baby girl fly. And so happy, just got a little emotional, y'all. Happy, and just want to say we will not forget, nor do we need permission. So keep telling the stories, keep moving our community in a positive way, keep sharing things that may sometimes make you think, child, nobody's listening. Just go ahead and please keep sharing. You just never know when you're going to touch someone in a way that may show up later, just as these women have done for me. And so that's all I got for tonight, y'all. I am coming back live on Wednesday with Mr. Hakeem Webb, where we're going to talk once again, getting our money right as entrepreneurs. So that's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, April 2nd, here on live. So come with questions. I'll say good night, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have a good one, everybody.